Yeah, go ahead. I'm hearing you. I'm using the headset for the cameraman. The one you left for me. That's the one on. You know that yeah. So tell me if you hear me. You hear me through this one? Tell me if you hear me. You good there? All right, good. The Manny Ramjan Stadium, where we're getting ready for game number 3. This is the third quarterfinal in the Next Level Community Cup 2024. The under 19 are really putting on a show, and of course they're getting ready for another big one here today between the Tobago champions, the Ball Blasters Youth Academy out of the Sister Isle of Tobago, and Made in Lebre. Made in Lebre, of course, needed to win their fourth place playoff in order to make it here. They got through, and here they are with a place in the semifinals up for grabs. I'm Ruskin Mark, thanking you so much for joining us, and there we go as we have the start of this very important game between two teams that no doubt must have designs on at least getting to the semifinals, if not winning the entire tournament themselves. Of course, we have the boys from Tobago and the boys from Lebre. And speed, of course, is going to be very important to both of these teams. And coming across there and making Imani Forbes the captain for Ball Blasters. Ball Blasters in the blue and black trousers, the blue tops with black shorts, and Made in Lebre in the red tops and black trousers as well. So just for clarification, good opportunity, nice conditions, similar to what we had at the Larry Gomes Stadium yesterday. Conditions were superb, although there was a bit of rain, and that put a little bit of a slickness to the surface and caused a lot of players to be slipping and sliding all over the place. Don't expect much of that here today. This is good, as they say, good running conditions, and an opportunity, no doubt, for them to really settle down quickly, and try to see if they could get a goal or two, especially as they try to put. This is not the ideal. This is a great opportunity for them to really run at the defense. Again, Ball Blasters building slowly, not too afraid. And here is a tackle just at the edge of the area, but the referee says nothing doing there for Mark Wilson. And it might be just he probably caught a shoulder or something to the face, because the tackle came quickly just as he was trying to turn. And as a result, he finds himself a little bit pained at the moment. But really nice conditions here. And again, the Ball Blasters in the blue tops with the black trousers. Out of Tobago, they're under some pressure here now, because this is a great opportunity here. Running at them, Jalen Jones, and not able to get in. And of course, when you hear the name Jones and you hear Lebre, that is a familiar name, no doubt. And Philbert Jones, former national standout, member of the strike squad. Of course, he is the son of Philbert Jones, the man we call Pamo, who is here with us today. And of course, paying close attention to his son's progress, his sons, because there is another one who's also a very, very capable footballer. Now a chance here, just running into an offside position there was Sipa Sad. But you can see them trying to get to the back of the defense. But we just left a fraction too soon. There's another brilliant ball. This is a foot race. I'm not quite sure if he's going to get there. And the ball just seemed to be gathering pace on the surface. Nickel Williams, the intended target. See a number of players again, probably nice opportunity to just keep from Sipa Sad this time, just holding it up a little bit and moving nicely off the ball. Good patience again being shown here by Lebre, made in Lebre. Looking for something again, he's in an offside position, just leaving a little too soon. He has to time those runs a little bit better, but again the idea was a good one. To try to get it over the top of the defenders, who are all playing in a sort of a flat line, so one ball beats everybody. The key to those balls, two things: they have to be nicely weighted, but they also have to be played early, so that the defense doesn't have time to reconsider or even adjust to their position. And when they try to, invariably too late is the cry. There's another attempt at a long ball, but handled quite superbly by Wells. There's a shot coming, just taking a deflection and ending up bouncing towards the goalkeeper, Jaheim Phillips there. Well, he really put some effort into that one. So I think it's understandable that the boys from the sister isle would want to get the ball forward quickly, not dwell on it too much. And here caught in possession, but again he's offside. He just left a little too soon once more. And the referee's assistant right on spot there, Sipa Sad, has to be watchful. He has to be mindful of the squareness of the defense. And I think once he comes to terms with that, he will understand what is transpiring here and how the opponents want to play. There's another big one by Forbes, trying to get it upfield. They again not afraid to play that long ball and try to stretch the defense. It's fairly windy. Mitchell with the throw. Opportunity to pick it up and work with it now. Julian plays it wide. They go further down the right hand side there. Richardson is out there, but it's one back in the middle of the back. Here he goes again, Julian. But again, those passes are proven to be very tough to control, although a little bit of magic being created or attempted out in the distance there. Ball blasters trying to apply some pressure. Made in Lebre, trying their best to deny them any kind of early success by way of an early goal. They have to be careful because this could be problems here. Thought for a moment he was going to have a crack. Still no shot coming. It's back in the middle again. Opportunity for them here. Julian trying his bit. This may in fact run. He has a shot and that is a goal. Brilliantly taken there indeed. Kyle James, the man, it sat up nicely for him, and boy did he give that a whack. It just flew in there at the near post. The goalkeeper was there, but it just seemed to fly past him. So much was the power on that shot. He never had an opportunity to adjust to it, and it just flew right in. And that was in the 9th minute of play. Kyle James opens the scoring here for Ball Blasters. So what a start that is. It means that the Lebre outfit, they have some work to do, and I'm sure they'll want to pick things up quickly. Still trying, and of course they're not worrying about it, as there's Cyril Mitchell also getting involved. So a lot of times games don't get that early goal, and it just sort of meanders. But now with the early goal, it means that Made in Lebre can ill afford to just sit and allow Blasters to hold their own. That's not a bad effort. The ball bounces here, chance back in the area, it comes, and that's good football from both teams, because when you're playing defense and anytime you're unsure, one touch, and you want to get rid of the ball with that one touch. That's not what I was referring to. You want to make certain that you get height and distance or elevation most times. Good football again, and still the Tobago players very alert and very quick to react to the ball. Now they have to be careful here, because looking Seepersad is very quick, and so you don't want to give him even a sniff at goal, because he's likely to really just outrun you if you give him room. Chance to get this one in. This could be problems here. The goalkeeper is coming, and again sacrificing, as they say, life and limb. He just slid into the path there of Seepersad and took it away. Now they try to build again opportunity to bring the ball down this right hand side now, and a good opportunity for Mitchell. Gets it back inside, turning away from one, and eventually have possession. Wiley. Very patient, Edwards. Edwards again, looking for something, not much by way of movement though, Simon. And they were pleading for it. Eventually it came. Now again the ball is switching ends very quickly, and this is really a cardinal sin here. Both men running into each other, but they do catch a break here. They get an opportunity to win it back. So good possession here, looking for something inside. This is not a bad ball, as they keep possession nicely. Opportunity to get it across. Edwards, Mitchell again. So this is more like it now. You're starting to see Made in Lebre really putting the foot on the ball and trying to move it around. They're not panicking. They're taking their time with their build-up play, trying to link up as much as they possibly can, and not afraid to make that extra pass, which is what most coaches really like to see with their players. Unselfish. But this is a good free kick. It's almost like in hockey, you'd say like a short corner. Or a penalty corner. This one is just outside the penalty area. Not sure if that wall is 10 yards off, but we'll see. Chance to get it in, and he hits the wall. There are just two men in the wall, and couldn't get it up there, Ruben Phillip. But he wins a corner all the same. So maybe this one, seeing that he has more distance for the ball to travel, he might get the elevation that he needs. Here he goes. That's not a bad ball. Curling in, and the goalkeeper, well, he did bobble it, but then he was quick to recover and was able to clutch it before it actually got away from him and was looking to bounce over the line. Quick movement, ball blasters again. Kwashi. Excellent football once more from Julian. And here's another tussle for the ball. There's some serious battles going on in the midfield. Players from both teams laying it on the line, and this is a infringement, but it could be a serious one because he had his foot turned when he got stepped on, so not the easiest of situations. And a lot of these football boots these days, they're like paper thin, so they have no cushioning, no protection at all. It's just a boot. It's lightweight, and so if you get stepped on, it's almost like you're being stepped on with your bare feet. And so there isn't much protection. You don't get much protection from the boots these days. And I think it's a trend that I don't want to say was started, but I remember when Michael Johnson, the U.S. sprinter, 400, 200 phenom and world record holder, he ran in a pair of boots in Atlanta. I think it was designed for just one race. And so it was lightweight, very, like I said, paper thin, and it was designed specifically for this one. It was a golden boot, golden spikes. And some of these football boots have that same thing. Here's a lovely ball in, and this could be problems here, but that's good defense in the end, just to get it away there, Jackson. However, to give it right back once more, Williams. Good work for the Lebre team. Just as I commended them, they lose possession and then they now have to play defense. Great ball out to the right side. Mitchell decides he's going to go all the way back to Wiley. Wiley has it, looking for some movement, not finding much, and decide he's going to go all the way back to Wiley. Wiley once more has movement ahead of him. He decides to go back to Jackson, and Jackson has support over on our far side where it's picked up by Wells, and there's another ball played a little too far forward, and what looked like a promising attack comes to nothing. So now quickly, can they get a second goal, or can Lebre fight back and maybe get the equalizing goal here before the half? That was an infringement, a little bit of a tangling of the legs there, and the referee Anil Joseph right on spot. He's assisted by Hamilton John and Mark Benny. Those are the assistants on the sides of the field and the sidelines. So a chance here now for Ruben Phillips to make amends, get the ball into the danger zone. He also has Seren Mitchell with him. It comes in. That's an opportunity there. In fact, he should have done better with the first time. Still an opportunity once again. They can't take advantage. They still had numbers up there. But Lebre unable to capitalize. We do have a Blasters player down. Because the way the tackles are coming, they're coming thick and fast. Nobody's giving an inch right now. Both teams, players are very physical. But it's also a chance for them to just get some refreshments. It looks like Jalen King is going to be okay. He's chugging off on his own steam. Now let's see if they can mount something. Pereira plays a ball. He sent it actually coming there. There's a goal scorer coming across there, doing very well. He arrived late. Kyle James didn't seem to be too interested initially, but then those long groping strides of his just took him in front of the defender. So another corner kick to Ball Blasters. Tobago leading 1-0. A 9th minute item from James. It's a big ball in, and again, just enough just to throw off, because there were like 2 or 3 blue shirts just queuing up there. But that ball had real pace on it. Ball thrown in quickly, but they'll have to do it all over again. Here they come again, just trying to run before controlling the ball. Has to come back and do it again. Here's Williams. But again, Jones able to come across and make the interception. So both teams, in a sense, sort of cancelling each other out. Neither man is being allowed to settle down, or neither team is being allowed to settle, especially in midfield. It's like a fierce battle going on there. Now we get a chance here to see what they're capable of. However, Pereira decides to go back inside. It's picked up there by Forbes. And he decides to bring it back out here now to King. And they lose the handle on it. So the other position, it's 3v2. But nothing doing there. Can't go in again, but Pereira is a little bit slow in getting started. Good control, but again showing too much of the ball there, Wilson. But his teammates helping him out. Again, King doing well. That's a tough ball. That ball is hit hard to his teammate. Control was made difficult, although he should have done better. Now a nice little ball played over the top, but that's going to bounce comfortably into the arms of goalkeeper Marshall, Isaiah Marshall. Goes to the return ball. That's good football. Now a chance here. Can he just lay it on? He didn't need to hit it that hard. He had his man just rolling there. All he had to do is roll it towards him. Instead, he tried to play the difficult ball inside. This is another opportunity here. A good ball played in. And a chance to do it. Turns his man nicely. Still going. Actually could have gone back. And the ball had to be hooked back there. The defender was right there. And the referee allowing play to continue. There's a man down for Blasters, but he's going to wait. The goalkeeper again had to be alert. But that was a great opportunity there. He did all the hard work. Then it's time to finish the job. It's a good run, an excellent run there from Kwashi. opportunity for them to get a little bit of a break. It's hot outside, so after 23 minutes, 23 and a half minutes, it's a nice opportunity for them to get some refreshments. So the referee quickly brings the players back after they had a little refreshment and of course a little talking too from their coaches. It's an uncontested bump ball, and immediately he gets it up. I suppose he was trying to get something doing before the ball blasters got back into position, but it just seems as if his teammates weren't aware of what he was trying to do and the potential. Wiley again, that's a good ball and it's just not able to control it. There's Jones. And good pressure. That was reminiscent of his dad, because that is what Philbert Jones, the opportunity for a shot, not a bad effort. He certainly had the range and really was not afraid to fire from distance, Simon. This is going to be another foot race here, but the goalkeeper has to be mindful and didn't even need to touch it there again. He could have allowed it to go over the line possibly and get the corner kick. But they keep possession, Blasters. Again, not much movement. There was just the one player who really would have been the target of that throw, when you really thought that one of the other front runners could easily have put themselves in a position to come and receive the ball. Instead, and it's not there. The control a little bit bad, and same thing at the other end. So as a result of that, there is always some kind of collision. He left a little too early, and once again the flag goes up. Trying to sneak in there was Ruben Phillips. So they're trying to, the battles in midfield are really numerous, and so far they've been sort of cancelling out each other. Here they come again. That's a good anticipation there. Still going. Can he keep going? Wiley with a chance, and you could see what he was trying to do. He was trying to chip it around the defender. There's another shot coming, but nobody following up. And it's going to be eventually nestled there by Fraser. Way too much time to control and play in the middle of the park for Ball Blasters. And it's something that Lebre will have to be mindful of as they look at the movement. Wilson again trying to go back down that right hand side. That's where they've had some success. so far. And that would be the infringement there. So we're going to have an early substitution, it looks like. And I'm not quite sure if there has to be some kind of an injury or something of the sort, but it looked like Caléon Francois is off. And so we haven't even reached half time as yet. In fact, we haven't even reached the half hour of the game. But they've been forced to make a substitution. And it happens sometimes. You might be feeling a little niggle or something. So Ball Blasters forced into that early change. This one is going to spin away. The goalkeeper has to be careful. So plenty of time for Pereira. But trying to sneak it in there. And the control really is not the best. And no way that ball should be bouncing that far from him. Thinking for a moment there of going along with it, then decided against it, and he faked out Pereira. So Wiley for Lebre, made in Lebre with possession now, trying to string it around. Simon playing it wide. They have a chance now, a more build-up play on their part. Lovely ball over the top, and should he attack it? Wiley, or just trying to attack it here now is Mitchell, and comes to nothing. But again, was a nicely weighted ball. It just seems as if Mitchell was a little bit slow in recognizing that he was in play there, and by the time he got the ball, again the control wasn't the best. Cool as ever. Here he comes again now. Pereira holds it up, building it up in the middle of the park. Julian has to fight back for it now. That's going to be a free kick. The ball ran away from him and he just kind of left the boot in there. Ball played up quickly, but again it's intercepted. Forbes and company doing very well, and after all that run and failure to finish the job, it has to be able to do better than that. Ball played up the line, but turning Jones. Tries to do the return ball, but loses out. A nice bit of skill there again, just to get it down that line, and hoping to get something started. Jacoby Julian, the main architect here. And it might be that he's a little bit winded at the moment, but he took off one of the shoes. Like I said, because the nature of the boots, they're all synthetic, and anytime you get stepped on, or even if somebody just happened to brush your boot, it could cause you pain because there is really no real protection there. So while Jones gets a little bit of treatment, let me just remind you that it's 1-0 in favor of Ball Blasters Youth Academy. Made in Lebre, in the Red Tops fell behind after just 9 minutes when Kyle James, from a ridiculously tight angle, blasted past goalkeeper Marshall for the 1-0 advantage. And we have had no further scoring in this one so far, and I'm sure both teams will be anxious to get a goal or two today. So Ball Blasters hoping to maybe get an equalizer before the halftime interval. So the players again just waiting for Jones to go off. Don't know why he took the long scenic route. He could easily have come off right here to the side, but he took that long walk over to the far side, and good football again from Blasters. Ball played away Wilson. We're looking for something on the overlap, and this could be another chance here, but offside is the call. Once again sneaking in there, Kyle James. Excellent running from the big fella. This now is where things get into the super side, looking for some help. There isn't much there. Now you get something, and it's still a little bit late in coming. Still he keeps going, but eventually it's taken away, and now the defense has to play. But this is where this battle is going to be won and or lost, in the middle of the park, where both teams are very skillful, but it's the one with the more determination. And when it breaks down, they just give it back to the opponents, and that's part of the problems that they're facing right now. So another free kick. We've had quite a few already in this game. We have good numbers, so a chance for him to get it in the box. That's a nice ball. The goalkeeper is not coming. And referee points to the spot, so it's going to be a goal kick. Or is it a corner? Well, it's a goal kick, yes. Good, strong, positive play in the middle of the park by Forbes. Chance to chip it in, and it's going to run again to that man who takes his time, and he hammers it, but it's blocked immediately there. Julian went for the paw. And a chance there was 3v2. Sipasad with runners to his left and to his right. He had Jones. Really, the obvious pass was to play it off to him, and he neglected him, tried to dribble inside, and lost the handle on it. But that was a great opportunity. They had a 3-2 advantage, and somehow they let it slip through their grasps. Here they come again. That's a great ball over the top. And this is going to be a free kick. I think he was just a little too determined to stop him from getting away from him. So just like we saw from Made in Lebre, Ball Blasters, or you saw from Ball Blasters rather, Made in Lebre is getting ready to make a substitution. So another early substitution. So it might be something that Ruben Phillips is the man who has gone off. Here's the ball in, it's a header, and he scores. Well, 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 would you believe it? A brilliant ball in, and a superb header that went down and in, and that's the man there, Edwards, heading it down and heading it in. Omari Edwards with the equalizing goal on 40 minutes, or in the 41st minute of play, I should say. A brilliant header indeed. The ball was nicely floated in, and he didn't waste or try to get too many touches, just really got his head up and planted his header away from them. So Made in Lebre probably with renewed vigor now. Ball Blasters struggling a little bit now to get the ball out of their own defense. Isaiah Robertson is the replacement for Phillips. As again is another ball played behind, but the goalkeeper, no problems there. So 1-1 the scoreline now, and many would say that's a fair reflection. So a lot of little unnecessary fouls when you have the defender with his back to his own goal. You don't want to foul him, you want to keep him going in that direction. Trying to pick it up here now and bring it forward. Forbes, the captain. Forbes just gliding past players, and luckily for him, he got it over on that far side. But it does run for them. This could be a chance here now. Here's a shot wide of the mark. Again, picking up the ball and really just dancing past players. And really looks the part here, Kyle James. So throwing Mitchell. Much too close there on that occasion for the goal scorer, Mary Edwards. So this could be an opportunity here now as we head towards the interval. Can he get this one in? This is going to be Wilson, who's going to try to curl it in. He's curling with his right foot, so he's going to curl in towards the goalkeeper. No, they decide against it. So we got to his captain and his long-range effort. In fact, he was slipping and sliding all over the place there, Imani Forbes, but still got a good enough shot on. And we'll have to settle for a corner. Once again, Wilson is going to be the provider, and he has good numbers in the box. In fact, there's about 6-7 of them there. This one is in. The goalkeeper is coming but doesn't get any contact, and here they have a real fight for it. Eventually it's cleared, but not very far, but far enough that they have to start it all over again. Still the possession, not the best of passes, but it's still going to fall for them. Wilson once more. All the way back it goes from Forbes. They pick up possession and it's just played upfield. Williams keeping it alive, and there goes Wilson. And nobody there, but Sipasad is quick. They're going to have to be very careful here, and this could be a problem here for the goalkeeper. In fact, he keeps it in play and he sets it up for his man. It hits the post, really and truly. And certainly they were asking for an infringement. You could see Sipasad fighting to get kicking room, and eventually he was able to get off a shot, but it clanked off the post and stayed out. But the goalkeeper initially made the error by trying to keep the ball in play and basically give Sipasad a free run at goal. And I'm not quite sure why Sipasad didn't kick initially. He tried to dribble the goalkeeper, but again, good alert defending, just doing enough to throw him off. And just by being present there, that resulted in the ball coming off the post maybe. So they dodged a real bullet there, but they're not out of the woods yet. This could be a good opportunity here for Robertson to be a good provider. Another header down. And really just a standing header. He almost had to stoop down to head that ball. That's to tell you how low that ball was. And Blasters would have been lucky that that wasn't a better header or better control and shot at goal. You can't have an attacker more or less bending down to head the ball. He didn't jump. He just kind of stood there. It's one of those sort of eye-level headers, something that a man like Stern John was famous for. This is going to be tough because it was originally played, he showed the run, but it was not used. And when he was used, good skill again, going for the return ball. Now he has to try to go past his man, and still not able to. But his teammate, so an opportunity for a quick restart here, and nothing doing. Robertson just gives it away, And again, they have to be so mindful of the speed of the Blasters players. As they say, they live to their name. They seem to be blasting them out of a cannon because they get the pickup speed rather quickly with little or no warning, and they just fire away. That should be half time, and it is in fact half time in this encounter. So at the half, it is 1-1, which is a good reflection of play, although it has to be said that there were good opportunities for both teams to possibly add to that lead. However, at the end of the first 45 in quarterfinal number 3, it is Ball Blasters Youth Academy 1, Made in Lebre 1 at the half. Welcome back to the Manny Ramsden Stadium. We'll be getting ready for the second half of this encounter. A very sort of cagey encounter. Both teams putting on some good stuff, but not able to really put away each other, so to speak. And as it is right now, it's deadlocked at one apiece at the interval as we get ready for second half action in this one. This, of course, is the third quarterfinal already. Queen's Park and AIA booked their spots, and there is the whistle to start the second half in this one. 1-1. Ball Blasters and Made in Lebre. Made in Lebre in the red, Ball Blasters in their blue tops with black trousers, and this is a great ball. Nice opportunity here now. Can Sipasad finish this one? Has a shot that's off the post for the second time in the game. He has hit the upright. He did it late in the first half where he had to fight off, he dribbled the goalkeeper and fight off a defender, and now it's again early in the second half. Well, he and the post have a real love affair, and but I'm sure he want to change that as quickly as possible. There's another one played in, and the goalkeeper, it's a late decision by the captain Forbes to leave it for the goalkeeper, almost faked him out. But they give it away again in midfield. Here they are aiming at Sipasad. Ball playing real battle now, trying his best to get into the game. Robertson, he came on as a sub, fighting for everything over on that far side, and eventually he wins a throw-in. Good determination showed by the young man. So an interesting start to the second half of this one. Remember, it's still 1-1. And again, another opportunity to keep the pressure on. So, real Made in Lebre have come out firing right now. They're really keeping the Ball Blasters outfit pinned in their own half and not letting them out at the moment, and they're showing good determination, good energy, and I'm sure their coaching would love to keep that momentum going for as long as possible, and better yet, for them to capitalize on it and maybe notch a goal or two. Ball played, and here's Robertson again with a good ball inside. Sipasad lays it back. They go for the return ball, trying to turn inside there, but the control is not the best, and it might actually work out there for Mitchell because he wins a free kick, and a free kick in a dangerous position. And this is where I think the captain, Jaheim Phillips, could be very dangerous indeed. He can really spank it, and I think if he drills it, could cause some problems for goalkeeper Fraser, who, for all intents and purposes, hasn't really been tested all that much. So we'll see if he is able to hold on to this here now. There are 4 players around the ball. Who is going to hit it? There is a shot, and it goes in. Well, just as I was talking, that is the man himself. And Jaheim Phillips able to get it, took a deflection, and but that's all that it was required here. And in the 48th minute of play, just what the doctor ordered, and exactly what was required here, because when you dominate in a team, having possession is one thing, but you want to be able to also score goals. And Imani Phillips, you could see the deflection. The ball took a big hop, and the goalkeeper really should have had it, but he seemed as if it was like he felt it was going out, and there was a late reaction just to go after it, and he couldn't prevent it from going in. So 2-1 now. So now what the response will be from the Tobago outfit, that's the important thing here now. Can they pick themselves up? For a long while, for the first 4 or 5 minutes of the second half, it was all made in Lebre, and they were able to get the goal, that go-ahead goal from Jaheim Phillips. Now they have to be very mindful also of becoming complacent, because as we've seen, the ball blasters, they are very capable of pushing the ball up quickly and being very, very positive. In fact, they're not afraid to play the long ball when they get the opportunity. Here they come again, trying to get things going. But Wiley has that one covered quite nicely. So 2-1 it is now, early in the second half of this encounter. Ball Blasters scored first in the 9th minute. Omari Edwards equalized in the 41st. But now Jaheim Phillips in the 48th minute to make it 2-1. There's an appeal here, but the referee is blowing for a goal kick. So they're appealing here, but it falls on deaf ears, so to speak. A chance here now for them to really push forward and as I say, deliver the knockout blow. Wells and company have to be careful. They don't want to get too complacent. Again, good anticipation there from Jones to intercept that one. He hasn't been in the game much. In fact, he seemed to be dropping deeper and deeper as opposed to playing as an out-and-out striker. Sipasad is the one who's taken over that responsibility. Good work again, but the ball played on the wrong side. Here's the substitute who's just come on. He's lightning fast. And you could just see it in his movement. Not afraid to run at the defense. Dream Taylor. Again, the control not the best, and they give it right back to them. However, big battle going on over there, and Wiley's giving as much as he's receiving. In fact, he loses out, and now here's a chance here for Blasters. He's being brought down, but the referee was right on spot. And It's going to be a free kick in a dangerous area now for Tobago Blasters. So ball blasters in with a good opportunity here to return the favor. And we have already seen the big fella, James, who has scored the opening goal. We've seen how capable he is. But he is walking away a little reluctantly, because I'm sure you would have fancied his chances from this distance. It's just outside, a couple of meters outside the area, and it's just to the right of center. So it really presents a good opportunity there for skipper Imani Forbes. And he also has with him, just seems as if they're just trying to make certain as to who will do what. Jaden King looks like is also there. So is it going to be the left footer or is it going to be the right footer? Here's King with the ball that takes a deflection and trying to tussle it down, but not able to keep it in there. Again was James following the ball, anticipating well, but the control just wasn't there on this occasion. Actually, that was Julian who was doing the speed work there. Here he is again. Very shifty, but that pass is not a good one. And now this could be interesting here because the breeze will pick it up and take it all the way down there. And Wiley is there looking to shape the man, does well. Can he get the cross in? He does well. And just as he was about to plant a volley on it, across came the big boot there of Williams to get it out of harm's way. Another opportunity to get the cross, and he waits. Once he does that, he's going to have to dribble now, and he loses out. 2-1 now. Can Blasters pick themselves up and get back in the game? .56 minutes gone now. Still plenty of time. That's a great ball, and here is the opportunity now to play it in, and good defensive work there because coming across was Taylor, and just at the last minute the tackle came just to put him off that little bit, and Taylor drilled it wide of the target. So it remains 2-1 in favor of the men in red, made in Lebre. Good conditions here, nice bright sunny day. Chance for them to get this one maybe over the half line, and but he was trying to get the angle to the man wide over on that far side there, Wiley, but never got close to him. So Wiley and Robertson patrolling over on that far side, and they really have to kind of sort out who's doing what over there. There's the ball coming across, and again, that's good determination once again from James, and they just give the ball away, not very far. Good control once again. Julian plays it back, gets it back to his skipper Forbes. Forbes plays it wide. They keep in possession now. Ball Blasters looking for some movement and caught in possession. Sipasa, this is the foot race here now. He's determined as ever and just using his hands there just to ward off his man, and the referee felt unfairly so. So we have a little pause, and I'm trying to see. They're about to make a substitution. It looks as if Wells is the man who is coming off. So he gives way. And joining the fray almost immediately. Devon Morg. Really is a pass to no one in particular, however. Chance now. This is where he's so dangerous, and he just couldn't get that touch onto it. And another good tackle from Williams. Michael Williams there really shadowing Sipasad. Sipasad is full of running, very determined, and a real handful for defenders. Easy does it, as they say. Time for a second bite of the cherry, and two defenders are almost getting in each other's way there. Again, another foot race here now. What can Forbes catch up to it? In fact, he's done well to get, but he has to now get rid of it, and get rid of it he does. However, they win it right back. The made in Lebre doing very well. Wiley to save his man. Is he onside? This could be interesting here now. The ball comes in, and real sort of semi-overhead kick from Sipasad. The ball does stay in position, and that's much too straight. Really a good opportunity there. He had plenty time, Mitchell. He just miskicked the wall. Opportunity now for Maiden Lebre to come forward. While he's trying to return the favor. He's trying to play the early ball for Sipasad, but it never gets to him. And here they come once more, ball blasters. Ball played behind the back of James, and he can't control it. So it remains 2-1 in favor of Maiden Lebre. But again, it's very hot indeed on a Sunday afternoon out here in South Trinidad, the Manny Ramjohn Stadium here in Marabella. Very quiet. Community on a Sunday. It's just the sound of these footballers and the whistles, the referee's whistle, disturbing the calm. But it's for a good cause, and that could generate a booking here. The referee wants to have a word, and he will issue the yellow card. I think deservedly so. The tackle was very late indeed. I'm not sure if it was intentional, but he certainly mistimed it and was pulled up for it. So a yellow card issued there. The referee not mixing matters, deciding early o'clock that it was deserving of a yellow card, and Simon is the man who goes into the referee's bad books. And also Sharon Mitchell looks to be a little bit pained, but he has a great ball in, and the header is wide. The goalkeeper came, never got to it, and then the header just sailed wide. He really needed to go back, as they say, go back across goal. With the goalkeeper beaten, he had an open goal, but he missed the target. And the referee spots the infringement, but he wants it taken from the exact spot where the infringement occurred. Quite often very annoying to players, because sometimes they just want to get on with proceedings, but the referee with other ideas. Here's Jaden King. Plays this one in, and nobody could get a touch on it. So 2-1 it is in favor of Lebre. We've been playing now for an hour and 6 minutes, so we're 66 minutes at the moment. And in this hot sun, might feel like they've been playing for over 2 hours, because it's really hot. And it's almost like both teams want to give the ball away. Sipasad looking for something here now. Tries to go past his man, but he has a hard time. He does well. Waddle off there, and Jones just not able to get at the end of that one. And that was good football from Sipasad. And Wiley does well. And now, actually, Wiley now comes into play. That was Robertson doing very well to really dupe his man. But they will get a corner kick out of it. And it's also a time for some refreshments, because at this age group level, the referees, the officials are encouraged to give the players a sort of mid-period break and a refreshment break, so that they could just replenish themselves. You could see some players very, very tired on the field. The sun affects everybody, but it affects some people more adversely than others. And I think we see one or two players struggling a little bit right now. So this break probably comes at the most opportune time for them. And I'm sure they'll relish this. It also gives the coaches that opportunity to reinforce some of what they've been talking about, some of what he's been preaching at them, to encourage them to just to keep it simple, but move the ball a lot. You could see both teams trying to move the ball around. The question is, can they maintain it and maximize it, in the sense that after you do all the hard work, you want to finish it off with a goal or two. So this is the critical part where the players get that little break, or a refreshment break. Cricketers have their water break. I suppose footballers are folks too. And so they get a little break here in proceedings. But I think this is so deserved, because this is a Sunday afternoon hot sun. And this is very hot indeed. And so no shade for them. So they've been taking the sun full blast from the time they stepped onto the field. So this is a welcome relief, I would imagine, for them. Now, with this period, can they now execute a little bit better? So you could see guys are not running into position, they're just walking. It's an indication that they're feeling it at the moment now, especially the players from Ball Blasters in Tobago. They just seem a little bit short on the fitness, which is unusual. Here is this one deep, but it never came on the field. So good opportunity wasted here. So we're going to have another substitution. So it seems as if the main man is going to come up, Sipasad. He is, which is a little bit surprising because he was the real live wire who was putting on all the energy and really got his team started here. But he has to give way now. Now, can they finally find that third goal? Good football again, and really not executing very well. I was trying to hold it up, and it just kind of slipped under his grasp there, Simon. But both teams guilty of just giving the ball away unnecessarily at times, when sometimes a simpler pass might be more effective. Wiley wants to make sure, but he's really putting up a 50-50 ball there. And I don't think the law of averages was in his favor on that occasion. Trying to do a little too much there, Dream Taylor. No, can he keep it in? This is a bit of a foot race here, and cannot. So you could see him trying to go down that byline, and I suppose the both camps are trying to strategically reinforce their players because they know that the heat is going to be a factor. So they have to strategically make those changes. Here they come again, trying to really get something going. Good give and go opportunity to run, but decided against it. And the man Jaden King went off. 4 blasters, and coming on to see if he can get them back on an even keel is Muhammad. Yashua Muhammad. So two goals to 1. It is, and that's a good opportunity, but nobody's coming behind the ball. You look at the defenders, and they're just kind of waltzing out of the back. And excellent anticipation there coming as they were trying to go middle of the defense. Jackson did very well to intercept now. Trying to keep them out here. Jones and company would love to get a chance, but trying his best to run at the defense. Not much happening there. Williams looking for something. That's a good ball in, but again, good anticipation by Marshall. Good football again. He goes for the return ball. Can he get it past this time? And doing very well coming across the Julian to intercept. And that's another good ball. The man who's just come on there, Mohammed, can he stop it from going off the field? And it actually stayed in. It should have been a corner because he looked like he was standing off the field when the ball ricocheted off of his person, and the referee concurred. Remember, this is the first game of a doubleheader here today. The winners of both of today's games will join AIA and Queen's Park in the semifinals next week. So a lot riding here. Trying for an equalizer. Here's ball blasters. That's a great ball in. And he put his hand up. And that could be a red card. It certainly is a yellow card. Because he just put his hands up. Probably mistimed his jump. And then tried to con the referee with a Maradona. A hand of God there. But it certainly was so obvious that the referee had no choice but to issue the yellow card. I remember that transpired in a intercol final one time. Everybody else saw the handle ball except the referee. And that was Naparima and John Donaldson. And Naparima ended up winning that game. It was my good friend Ravi Dinarain who actually scored that goal. But I think he and all would admit that it was a handle ball. It was at Skinner Park, and after that it happened so late in the game that there really wasn't any chance to, even after the referee had resumed play, not much time. Here's a chance here now, and the ball played up, but he's offside. He went too soon. Again, just getting a little bit anxious, Perez. And as fate would have it with that sequence, Naparima won that intercal final against John Dee at Skinner Park. And that would have been, that goal was scored late in the dark, literally. And the very next year, as they say, karma, the very next year, the same two teams met, John Dee against Naps. And would you believe it, in the first minute of play, Dale Hines scored for John Dee, and John Dee ended up exacting revenge on them. So it happens. The man is down. The referee takes a look, but he allows play to continue. And that's a great ball, but it might be a little too strong. And it is. He's quick, but he does keep it in, but only does. He barely does, and he leaves it there for made in Lebre. So now they have a 2v2. And again, another foot race. Perez again being asked to chase. And doesn't get it, but see what happened. Jaheim Phillips, the captain, looks like he's going to take his leave. It's been that type of a day, so a chance here for him to get it off the field and maybe allow some fresh legs to come on, but he's really been working hard, and it might just be that he's a little bit spent at the moment, and the speed of the game is what is going to be critical for them. So ball just bouncing around there in the middle of the field. So now is their chance here, because 78 minutes gone in the game right now, and they're just trying to lock it up. Tyrese Lewis is the man on the field. He can give the ball a good whack when he gets in position. So any free kick in and around the box, I'm sure he'll be inquiring or be among those in line to have a crack. And the referee wants it exactly where the foul occurred. Here they come again. But it's all so tight right now, especially in the middle of the field. They really have to figure out how they can extend it a little bit. Right now, Made in Lebre doing enough to keep them out, but you just get the impression that there might be more goals in this game. Who will score it? Only time will tell. But right now, Ball Blasters trying their best to go. Has a long range shot. The goalkeeper bubbles it, and what a sitter! He bubbles it and just sort of leaves it there for the man and says, "Please score." And he says, "Thank you very much," and just puts it away. And just like that, we all knotted now at one apiece, and it looks like Mark Wilson is the man who has knotted up the scores here at 2-2 for Ball Blasters. Really, what a gift. That was gift wrap for him. All he had to do was just tap it in, and that he did with real joy on his face. So with 80 minutes gone, we all square now at 2 apiece. So what will it be here? Can they really do something dramatic here? Great ball played here. Here's Wilson again. Can he get past this man? He gets past one, and then he is crowded out. And the referee says that it is an infringement, and he goes down and stays down. And you could see him. He went through 2 defenders, really brilliantly eluding them, and gives his team another golden opportunity here at a 3rd on the evening. Remember, Made in Lebre struck the upright twice, one just before the half and one immediately after the half, as Sipa said, on both occasions. But he has since been withdrawn, and now it's Ball Blasters' turn to see if they can take the lead again in this game. Remember, they led after 9 minutes, but then in the 41st, Somari Edwards got the equalizer for Made in Lebre, and that's until Jaheim Phillip gave them the lead in the 48th minute, and then a short while ago Mark Wilson knotted things up at 2 apiece in the 80th. But here comes Ball Blasters again. Can they do another one? Again, looking for that shot, and he scores! Brilliantly done again. It's that moment there for them now. They just seem to have the impression that if they could get shots on target, the goalkeeper is probably not the strongest suit for Made in Lebre. And would you believe it, within the space of a minute, it's 2 goals that really has given them all that they need, all that they require at this time. And Ball Blasters are right in the thick of things here now. They're leading after they were trailing a short while ago. They now find themselves 3-2 up. Game on again. So what will it be here now? Real anxiety in this game. We've had some real classics. And the goal scorer again is Jalen Richardson. So he is the hero right now. And now we see Blasters starting to feel good about themselves. They're starting to really, you could see them trying to make an impression on the ball. Everybody seemed to want the ball now. That's another great ball. This could be problems here for them. The substitute is on. Can he turn his man? Tries to whip it across, and eventually it's still in play. Battle for it, and there's a handle ball, but the referee says no, it's an infringement, and it's going the other way. But that was Muhammad with a chance there to really get the ball across. He tried to go byline. He didn't have to. He opted to, and eventually it was scrambled away. So time now becoming a factor here now. 6 minutes of regulation left, or thereabouts, depending on how the referee would have counted the times for the break. So if he did stop his watch, then we might have about another 8 minutes. However, goalkeeper is going to take this one, and he's probably going to run off another 30 seconds or so before he releases it. And decides in the end to play it short. They have to be so careful here. A little nudge in the back from Lewis. Lewis is a big man. He's not the most nimble of movers, so anytime a ball fake or something occurs, he could have a hard time kind of changing directions. So a lot of times he probably would have to end up fouling, because if he allows players to just run past him, they're probably going straight to goal. And we have the man staying down at the moment, so again, and this is always the case. The made in Lebre players are probably saying there's nothing wrong with him, ref. He's just trying to run clock, and it is well within his prerogative to run the clock at this time. I don't think there's any team that wouldn't do so. Yeah, these are hot conditions, so any opportunity to take a breather, you're going to take it, and we'll see what happens. But that's also the main man who went down there, Julian. And he has been here, there, and everywhere. See what happened in there. He's really a skillful man, and just a bit surprised they haven't really factored him a little bit more, because he's so much a part of their strength that they could very well use him. That's another good ball. The control, though, is not the best. However, they still have possession, and he is brought down. Perez again, a little too physical, and he needs to get to the ball a little bit cleaner than that. But Defoe certainly trying to become a factor. In fact, he's had a good game since coming on, and I'm sure they would want to give him, if they're smart, they'll play to him wide, because he's right there. Just tap it to him, he's right there. There you go. And now you can put in the cross. And that's the intelligent ball. Just nobody was able to really attack it just ahead of Marshall. And but Marshall did well on this occasion. He didn't bubble this one. And they live to fight another day. Now here Perez. Or can he get there? This is Jones trying to pick things up here, but not really. He hasn't really gotten into the game at all. That's why I'm surprised that they didn't really keep Sipasad on, because Sipasad was the one who was really hustling and doing, but maybe he ran himself into the ground, so they opted to bring some fresh legs on. Here's good control again. And once more, excellent football there from Defoe. And they play it on the right-hand side here where Mohammed comes into play. And Mohammed doing very well. And here's the cross, not a good one, much too low. And Simon able to control it, but here is the big man turning Lewis and getting an opportunity. This could be goal number 3, and he misses. Well. He had the goal at his mercy there, and you would bet your house that Kyle James was going to net that one, and he just missed everything on that occasion. So it remains 3-2 in favor of Ball Blasters. And Made in Lebre really now just sort of shooting themselves in the foot at the moment. They're not able to pick themselves up. They really need somebody to, as they say, mash the ball and take control. Here's the ball given away, but then they give it right back to them. So it's been that kind of a period here where instead of somebody clinically finishing off the game, both teams seem really happy with just exchanging. But here comes Blasters. Can he get the ball across? He's still going, and he's brought down. There's a penalty. Well, right on spot there. That is that man again with those nimble feet of his, knifing his way in and getting the penalty because he had dribbled the second one, and that was it. He was right in spot here, so this could kill it off for them now with goal number 4, and right there, and I think they know that Kyle James could really finish this off here for them now with just minutes left, if that much time. So in the 89th, this is unofficial because I don't have the referee's watch, but it depends on how he's viewing it. But in the 89th minute of play, it's a penalty to Ball Blasters. So they can make it 4-2 now, and it looked like the man who won the penalty is actually going to take the penalty himself. Kyle James. He opened the scoring in the game. Can he end the scoring as well? The referee just trying to make sure. It looks like Wiley is a little bit hobbled, so he is being substituted. He's gone off. So now a chance here for Kyle James to get his second of the evening, but more importantly, the fourth for Ball Masters. What does he do? And he finishes it with style. That makes it 4-2 now. Kyle James with an 89th minute penalty, and that could be all she wrote. The Ball Blasters Youth Academy, they have 1 foot. In fact, they have more than a foot in the semifinals. They just seem moments away now from a place in the semis, and they're representing Tobago. Think Dwight York and all the other great names, Wendell Moore and company, Hutchinson, and even my good friend from up in the Charlottesville area, Chunky and others. They would all be very proud of this performance here today. Goalkeeper, the leave it for the goalkeeper, and really almost causing real confusion at the back there. And Perez almost snuck in between the goalkeeper and the defender. A little bit of a lack of communication, and they almost didn't. And this is good football. Just roll the ball around. They don't even have to even get a shut off or anything of the sort. They just keep possession. Yeah, this is what you do in practice, 3v2, 4v3, whatever it is, however they shape it, 5v3, whatever it is, and then you try to release. You never know, it might very well go your way, but even that, they didn't need to do that. They could just hold the ball and keep it doing. Late challenge, or a good challenge by Julian, but just caught the legs of Simon as he was trying to ease away. Big ball here. Again, the defenders allowing the ball to come down very low to them. Good football again, but just trying to be too cute with it. And the big fella turning and twisting, but again his pass is an errant one. And here comes Ball Blasters again, turning, twisting, doing all the spade work. Mohammed and company enjoying themselves. And they get it all the way back to the goalkeeper. And an opportunity now for them to just, as they say, kill the clock here, as we're playing in time added on, essentially. And that's good because they spread the field. You play what we call four corners now. You spread the field and you force your opponents to have to run the full width of the field just to get to the ball. And few players like doing that because it saps energy. But this is good football from the Blasters, and I think the referee's whistle could come any moment now. 4-2 it is. And they thought they had him there, but they go the other direction. And that's a tough ball, but he does well to keep it in. Or does he? No, he doesn't. It eventually runs off the field, and it's going to be a turnover. So, again, Kyle James in the 9th. Omari Edwards in the 41st made it 1-1 at the half. Jaheim Phillips made in Lebre the lead in the 48th minute, but Mark Wilson equalized in the 80th. Jalen Richardson in the 83rd made it 3-2, and then a penalty by Kyle James in the 89th made it 4-2. That's where we are now. Can they add a fifth? And well, they might. It seems as if they really want to give it, and there was a bit of pull in there, and the referee allowed play to continue, but that too could have been hauled back as a penalty. The referee takes a look at his watch, and still they play on. And we'll see what happens as Made in Lebre trying their best here now. There is a substitute turning, twisting, but going nowhere fast, as they say. Really has been a big comeback by the Ball Blasters outfit. We have players just kind of dropping right now as they really feeling the effects here now. Perez trying to get the ball in. Nothing is going right for them, but that is the end of proceedings here. So Kyle James with a brace for Ball Blasters Youth Academy. That trip back to Tobago is going to be as sweet as it gets. Because they have come to Trinidad and have booked a spot in the semi-finals with a solid 4-2 victory over Made in Lebre in a quarter-final of some quality, although there were patchy moments, but that is to be expected. These are hot and harsh conditions for these youngsters, and in the end, they accredited themselves very well. So again, James with a brace, Mark Wilson and Jalen Richardson added the others for Ball Blasters, and it was Omari Edwards and Jaheim Phillips, the goal scorers for the Made in Lebre outfit, but it wasn't to be for the men in red. And in the end, 4-2 is the final score here, and we have yet another semi-finalist, and that's Ball Blasters Youth Academy from Tobago.